She was only 13 years old when she vanished. For nearly 2 years, no one outside her own household even noticed she was missing. Her adoptive parents told family, neighbors, and even national television audiences that she was safe, living happily with her grandmother. But the truth was far darker. Erica Parsons had been gone all along, and when the truth finally came out, it revealed one of the most heartbreaking cases of child abuse and betrayal in American history. Erica Lynn Parsons was born on February 24, 1998, in Concord, North Carolina. Her biological mother, Carolyn Parsons, already had 3 other children and felt overwhelmed. She wanted something better for Erica, not foster care, not a shelter. So, when relatives stepped forward, she agreed to let them raise her daughter. Those relatives were Sandy and Casey Parsons, Carolyn's then-husband's brother and sister-in-law. In 2000, the adoption became official. From the outside, it might have looked like a generous act, a family stepping in to raise a child. But behind closed doors, the reality was very different. Erica was described as a shy, quiet girl with a slight hearing impairment. She was homeschooled most of her life, and visits with her biological mother grew less frequent. Carolyn last saw her in January 2011. No one knew then that it would be their final goodbye. On July 30, 2013, 2 years after anyone outside the home had seen Erica, her adoptive brother Jamie Parsons walked into a police station in Salisbury, North Carolina. He hadn't seen his little sister in nearly 2 years. He believed his parents had killed her and buried her in the backyard. Jamie would later retract that claim, but the damage was done. Police now knew a 13-year-old girl had been missing since 2011, and no one had reported it. When investigators questioned Sandy and Casey, they had an answer ready. Erica wasn't missing at all. According to them, she was living happily with her paternal grandmother, a woman named Irene Nan Goodman, in Asheville, North Carolina. But detectives quickly discovered something disturbing. Irene Goodman didn't exist. Billy Goodman, Erica's biological father, confirmed it. His own mother had died in 2005, years before Erica's supposed move. There was no Nan Goodman. It was a complete fabrication. So where was Erica? The Parsons even took their story to television. In August 2013, they appeared on the Dr. Phil show. Casey claimed Erica had left without belongings because her grandmother had bought her new clothes. She even added bizarre details, like a woman nicknamed Strawberry being present when Erica was picked up. But one of their daughters, Brooke, told police that story was a lie. She said she was never part of any trip to Asheville. As investigators dug deeper, disturbing stories of abuse began to emerge. Jamie Parsons, the same brother who first reported Erica missing, testified about the horrifying treatment Erica endured in that household. She was forced to stand in corners for hours, even when she could barely breathe. Casey would bend her fingers backward until they broke, then make crude homemade casts. Erica was locked inside closets, beaten for wetting herself, and once forced to eat dog food. Her adoptive father, Sandy, often punched her in the head. Other relatives confirmed the abuse. Casey's own sister testified that she once took Erica into her home just so Casey wouldn't kill her. But Casey took her back because she didn't want to lose the government checks she received for Erica's care. To the outside world, Erica had simply disappeared. But inside that home, she had been erased long before. In 2014, investigators found another crime. Sandy and Casey had continued collecting adoption assistance checks, $634 a month, long after Erica was gone. They also claimed her as a dependent on their taxes. The couple was arrested on federal fraud charges. Casey pled guilty. Sandy went to trial and was convicted. They were sentenced to 10 and 8 years in prison, but still, Erica's whereabouts remained a mystery. For years, Erica's body remained hidden. But in September 2016, after years of denying any wrongdoing, Sandy Parsons finally broke. While serving time in federal prison, he led investigators to a rural property in Chesterfield County, South Carolina, land near his mother's home. There, buried in a shallow grave, were the skeletal remains of 13-year-old Erica Parsons. The autopsy painted a picture of unimaginable suffering. Erica's bones showed fractures in various stages of healing: her jaw, her ribs, her arm, her spine. She had been malnourished, her small body weakened by years of abuse. Her official cause of death was listed as homicidal violence of undetermined means. In other words, she was killed, but her exact final injuries couldn't be determined. In 2018, a grand jury indicted Sandy and Casey Parsons on charges of murder, child abuse, and concealment of death. Casey Parsons pled guilty to first-degree murder in August 2019. She was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Sandy Parsons pled guilty to second-degree murder, child abuse, and concealment of death in December 2019. He received at least 33 years in prison. For Erica's biological family, it was justice, but not closure. Her mother, Carolyn, said she still struggled every day with the pain of knowing what Erica endured. The story of Erica Parsons is more than just another tragic crime. It's a failure of every system meant to protect children. For nearly 2 years, no one reported her missing. No teacher noticed her absence because she was homeschooled. No neighbor asked where she had gone. And her abusers were able to continue collecting money, lying to authorities, and even appearing on national television. By the time the truth came out, it was far too late. Erica Parsons' short life is a reminder of how silence can be deadly, and how some children fall completely through the cracks. Erica Parsons should have grown up with love, safety, and a future. Instead, her life was stolen by the very people who were supposed to protect her. May her story never be forgotten, and may it inspire us to look closer, ask questions, and fight harder for the children who cannot fight for themselves. If you found this story important, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe for more true crime documentaries. Every story deserves to be told, especially the ones that might otherwise be forgotten.